Day 5, multiple term searches, using multiple single herbs to find and differentiate between formulas. Let's say that for some reason you want to find every formula that contains a certain pair of herbs. This is how you do it. We enter our 2 single herbs. We're going to use Swanzauren and Fuling. Remember, you have to put them in quotes since it takes multiple words to equal one idea. And here's a quick shortcut for filtering. You can go ahead and put #formula in the search bar, and now we have come up with 7 formulas that contain both Swanzauren and Fuling. You can see them highlighted in some of the results there. Let's see what the major formulas are. We're going to deselect the related formulas, and we are down to Swanzauren Tong, Guipi Tong, Tianwang Bushen Dan. Let's head over to Graph View next, and I'm going to show you how you can differentiate between formulas to decide what's the better formula for you to use for your patient. First, we're going to wander open all 3. So you click the node, and the wander mode is the little double arrow on the right. And this is going to look a little crazy. Okay, at this point, your screen should look a lot like mine. Kind of wild. But wouldn't this be a cool screenshot? This is all the information we are storing in our heads. Let's clean it up. We're going to look at indications. So we're going to deselect herbs, Pauger, variations, and everything else. We need to keep formulas up, otherwise we will lose the name. But you'll see what happens. Guipi Tong has both Sejunza Tong and Dongui Bushui Tong in it, so we're going to have to close those out, clear those off the graph. And now this is still a little messy, so we're going to separate these a little. And what you're doing when you do this is it leaves, hopefully that will fit. Okay. It goes over there. So now you can see these are all indications that are related to 2 or 3 of the formulas. We can see palpitations are with all 3 of them. Insomnia is with all 3. Anxiety goes to all 3. And a thin pulse goes to all 3. So if you have a patient who has insomnia, anxiety, palpitations, and is a bit deficient, has a thin pulse, all of these 3 formulas could be something you are considering. How do we further differentiate? Look at all of the signs and symptoms on the outer part of the circle. What you will notice, if you look at Tianwang Bushen Dan and Swanzauren Tong, they actually have irritability, sleep disturbances, and a rapid pulse in common. So we know these 2 are going to be more similar, and they're going to have some heat, whereas Guipi Tong is more of its own thing. And let's look and see. We have loss of appetite, forgetfulness, pale tongue, there's bleeding, fatigue, there may be menstrual problems, frail pulse, forceless pulse. So we know that's qi deficiency. You'll get a pretty good idea if your patient matches up to that or not. That's easy to determine between this and these 2 formulas. But let's look at Tianwang Bushen Dan and compare it to Swanzauren Tong, because they're going to have quite a bit in common. How are they different, though? You can see with Tianwang Bushen Dan, there's a red tongue and a little tongue coating. There might be mouth ulcers, dry stool, inability to concentrate, nocturnal emissions, restless sleep, urticaria. Whereas Swanzao Ren tongue, there's a dry tongue, a wiry pulse, there's dizziness, vertigo, and there are a number of things with pain here. Pain, migraines, trigeminal neuralgia. There could be night sweats and dryness, dry throat, dry mouth. So depending upon what you're seeing in your patient, if they have fatigue and maybe they have menstrual issues, that's a pretty good giveaway that Kuei Pi Tong is going to be better for them. If they have a migraine, then this could be the one that you're looking at, especially when you compare it to Tianwang Bushendan. Here you may see more heat, mouth ulcers, the red tongue, more yin deficiency. So that's how, when you're comparing formulas, you can use this graph view to help you differentiate what is the better formula.